Alright, so what's going on, guys? Here's a short that I've taken earlier this afternoon using a wick entry, consequent encroachment of a premium wick. I'm going to outline that in just a little bit, targeting relative equal lows and the midnight opening price. Alright, so that wick right there, that is a premium wick because we're currently trading below it. And that was the primary entry for me, going short 5 contracts. And I'm looking to add some more right there. So shorting another contract as we tap the midpoint of it. Stop loss above consequent encroachment of that wick you just see me measure out. It's also a gray pool. And you can see me annotate, I'm saying risk comes off if we get speed underneath here. Okay, if we get displacement underneath that, then I'll feel comfortable lowering my stop loss. Until then, I'm not really concerned about it. This is live funds, by the way. This is my first live trade on my personal account this week. Really, this is my first live trade within the past 2 weeks or so. Kind of just put it on pause until February, but this was too clean to pass up. All right, lowering my risk, and I'm outlining that small little SIBI, and my stop loss is raised just above that up close candle. The up close candle just to the left of my second entry, that's a bearish order block. We just traded into it right there, and we're going to see some movement away from that. I like how the bodies cannot close past that small little SIBI. All right, getting some nice speed there. Nice displacement. Risk is removed. Stop loss moved to break even, so that's nice. And now I'm holding for that midnight opening price. Really aiming for about $1,500. $1,000 is currently my highest winning day. I just had my first 1K day a couple of months ago to end the year. And this right here will top that. So we just tagged that sell side liquidity. At this point, I'm not really concerned with any retracement. Risk is removed. Everything still looks bearish. It's just a matter of submitting to the trade. I tried my best to walk this through in Discord via text. I didn't live stream this, but I let everybody know in advance that the midnight opening price was likely going to be a magnet. So at this point in time, the mini contract for NQ has tagged the midnight open, but what you see here, the micro contract has not done so. So I'm going to sit through a little bit of a retracement. As you can see, my limit order was missed by about a tick. Trading up. Little retracement. You don't panic. You don't try to close your trade early. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if you already covered costs and commissions and it's a risk-free trade, why not just submit? So I'm highlighting that fair value gap, and really what I'm watching is this 5-minute inefficiency that I'm going to go to in just a moment. So that 5-minute fair value gap right there, that SIBI, I'm letting the Discord know that that is my last line of defense for lower prices, in my opinion, meaning I will not want to see anything above that 5-minute fair value gap if I still believe we are going to reach for that midnight opening price. Right, so we're working consequent encroachment of that 5-minute fair value gap and also consequent encroachment of the 1-minute SIBI. Now that bullish fair value gap, okay, I sent out in the Discord that I want to see that act as an inversion fair value gap. I want that to take us lower, okay, because I believe that the algorithm is still in a sell program and I'm not convinced that our job is done going lower. I want to see that buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency just to the left of where price is trading at right now. I want to see that be used as resistance. Okay, I'm not looking at that as a support factor. I'm not wanting that fair value gap to send us higher. I don't think we bottomed out here. I think they're just building the idea that this is support. You can't see it on your chart, but if you zoom out to your 15-minute chart around 21,740, you have relative equal lows that are just way too smooth. So this little bounce off of that sell side is just convincing traders that we're done going lower, but obviously I don't have that opinion. Working the lower end of that 5-minute fair value gap again. Just watching the candles, seeing how they close. I like how we could not get any closures past that 5-minute inefficiency, nor could we get any closures past midpoint of that 1-minute SIBI. that's resting inside of it. All right, so at this point in time, it is currently 151. So we're inside of that 150 to 210 macro. Again, alerting everybody, this is when I want to start seeing some sort of speed, some sort of spooling, because we're in that macro where price tends to spool. Okay, if there was a time where I want to see price start heading towards my limit orders, it would be right now, because we're in that time of day when you can expect movement. Okay, for the PM session, that 150 to 210 is your PM macro. And there's your partial. Majority of my position is booked. And at this point in time, I'm up around $1,300. I have my best case scenario exit there at around 21,660. And I'm kind of going back and forth in my mind thinking, do I want to hold for that, or do I just want to aim for 1,500, which would be my largest day? And at this point in time, I'm saying, okay, I'm just going to go for an extra $200, get my 1,500, and I'll call it a day, because it would be irritating if I finish with, 13,000, 1,400, or not 13,000, 1,300 or $1,400 when 1,500 was available to me. So at this point in time, I made up my mind that 1,500 is my number that I'm aiming for. It's a Friday. It's the PM session. Not trying to get cute. Not trying to get fancy with it. So we're working in that inversion fair value gap. I'm going to outline that in just a little bit. You can see I have that low labeled as minor sell side. I want to see us run through that. So there you see I'm outlining the inversion fair value gap being used as resistance. We did not want to see that send price higher. And notice the time, we're still in that sweet spot for the macro. It's 2 o'clock on the dot. And we're expecting all the premium arrays. Now watch this right here. This is a small little detail that I'm watching in real time. When that candle trades up right there, it never touched the low of that 5-minute fair value gap, and then it starts getting heavy. That right there tells me that my limit order is about to get hit, because NASDAQ didn't even have the willingness to reach that 5-minute CB. And then you see the reaction off of it. The body still staying inside of the inversion fair value gap, respecting its consequent encroachment. And I'm about to do a manual close here. Laptop starts glitching, starts freezing. TradingView doing some funny business. So I said, you know what? Might just call it a day. And I was typing out some text saying I don't want to stalling at the midnight open. And there you go. First $1,500 trade is in the books. Next stop is 2,000. Love y'all. Be safe. Peace.